Hey there guys, so today we have another review, and first off you'll notice that this is a different setting. I've used this once before, but want to hear from you guys which one you prefer, this setting or my usual setting. And this is a beer from Mother's Brewing. This is their MILF. It's a Imperial Stout brewed with cocoa, raisins, and then it is aged in rum, sherry, bourbon, brandy, and whiskey, which is really interesting. They're out of Springfield, Missouri, 11%. Let's dig in. Let's get a little pour in there. So beer pours out in a sort of like dark brown kind of color coming out of the bottle. Pretty simple bottle design on that one, as you see. But in the glass, pitch black, nice kind of like, yeah, a little bit of like brown climbing up on the glass, and then you get this medium brown kind of head on that. We'll see the aroma on this. Oh wow. Yeah, you certainly get this kind of like dark fruit raisin-y kind of thing, a little bit of like dried date, juicy fig thing. But then you also get maybe the fruitiness and yeah, the fruitiness and liquor quality of like brandy and rum. This you know, just more than the familiar character of like whiskey and bourbon barrel aged stouts. Yeah, nice smack of sweetness, not too much roast going on. Underlying, you get a little bit of roast kind of quality. Yeah, but really dark fruit forward, and also those interesting barrel characters coming through, and the raisins obviously in this beer. So cheers. Wow. First thing you notice is that this is extremely drinkable for a barrel-aged beer at 11, a barrel-aged stout at 11%. Hits the palate, big, nice and big flavors, but then dries out very nicely. Reminds me a little bit like drinking like a red wine for some reason. Yeah, there you go. Reminds you a little bit of drinking red wine. Not huge and roasty. It just glides away very nicely, but up front, hits of dark fruit, raisin, dark cherry, a little bit of that like, you know, dried fig date kind of thing. You also get some barrel character coming through. It's not immediate. A nice pop of a little bit of alcohol, so you sort of get that rum, whiskey kind of thing. Dries out quite nicely. You get a little bit of vanilla on the back end. It's not hugely roasty beer. Again, it doesn't really have this huge kind of like hit of like roast and dark chocolate and kind of action. Maybe a little bit of cocoa, but yeah, the raisin plays very nicely. Again, it tastes more like a red wine Imperial Stout than it tastes like a more familiar big roast bomb of a bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stout, something you guys be more familiar with. This one's pretty interesting. Really nice stuff though. Hugely drinkable. Yeah, I would definitely introduce this to people that were into red wine, because I think it really has a little bit of that hint of robust quality. So, you know, some red wines lean towards that, but the mouthfeel is very familiar for that reason. The dark fruits in this are very aggressive, but not overly roasty. Yeah, really nice. And that mouthfeel, again, it's not overly sticky. You get a little bit of like caramel and toffee up front, but glides away very nicely. Hints of, again, cocoa and a cocoa nib, and a little bit of like milk chocolate going on, but not intensely roasty and stout forward. So really interesting stuff. As for a rating, supremely drinkable. Yeah, wow. Let's go with a 98 Let's go with a 97 plus on this one. Sure, 97 plus. Really enjoying this one. For me personally, I prefer my beers a little bit more robust, and obviously with a much more intense kind of mouthfeel and experience. But the blending of barrels in this one's really interesting. The use of raisins comes out as well. And again, it separates itself a little bit from bourbon barrel aged Imperial Stouts with how they're doing it. So always fun to see different interpretations of the style, and they're doing something a little bit different. So until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know what you think about Mother's Brewing's MILF. Later, guys.